Samantha Markle versus Meghan's court case continues, members of the squad. And I have more updates for all of you. Just a tiny little bit of information to share with all of you. But first of all, what I want to say is the fact that Samantha Markle right now has requested, the court to grant her discovery. That means that she should have access to, Meghan's emails, Meghan's text messages. That's what she wants. Access to Meghan's emails, messages. And I could, when I saw this, I asked myself, who would be so interested in Meghan's emails, Meghan's text messages? And two things came to my mind. First of all, the farm. The farm would love access to Meghan's email because those emails could be used to deflect from the many scandals of the farm, like the £100 million spending over the past year, based on the report that was released recently. It could cover that up. Remember what the tabloids did? They could turn, a story about Meghan closing her own car door into a breaking news in the UK. Think about what they could do having access to Meghan's messages. Hey, look, I'm going to my friend's place today. Think about what they could turn that story into. Think about how much more intrusion they could intrude on Meghan's privacy and Harry and Meghan's lives, because that's what the tabloid media wants to do. So the farm and the tabloid media working hand in hand, both of them, to continue to intrude on Harry and Meghan's lives. I remember Meghan's court case against the Daily Mail, for instance, on breach of privacy and all of that. So in that case, the Daily Mail was given access to Meghan's emails through discovery. And during discovery in the UK, what I learned was that, they give you such terms, like the paper gives you such terms. And the Daily Mail asked as a search term for sex, suits. It's a breach of privacy case and breach of copyright case. What does sex or suits have to do with, a case involving a breach of privacy and copyright? The Daily Mail did that because their response automatically to a case against them for breach of privacy and copyright is to intrude more on the life of Prince Harry, Meghan. That's what they wanted to do. Because ask yourself, what does sex or suits have to do with a court case being filed against the Daily Mail by Meghan on privacy and copyright? Instead of asking for such terms involving the letter, Thomas Markle, things like that, they asked for sex, suits. There's a reason they did that. And that is the response automatically is to intrude more on your life when you file a case against them, for breach of privacy. Members of the squad, that's why I say that it is the British tabloid media are not worthy to even be called media. Nowhere. That media is abhorrent. It behaves in a disgusting manner, a manner which dehumanizes people, a manner which it bullies people to the point of taking their own lives, like they almost did with Meghan, to Meghan, members of the squad. And so right now, this is what Samantha Markle has requested for. And this is it. Mrs. Markle, Samantha Markle, amended complaint fully complies with the pleading requirements. That's her lawyers. And remember, she'll be represented by Trump's lawyers. Now, pleading requirements of Federal Rules of Civil Procedure 8A, and Mrs. Markle has sufficiently pleaded a cause of action for defamation and injurious falsehood. That's what the lawyers are saying. Now, Mrs. Markle has not yet had the opportunity to conduct discovery surrounding her claims. That's what they're saying. Mrs. Markle has not yet had the opportunity to conduct discovery surrounding her claims. So Samantha is telling the court, listen, I have no factual material to back up what I'm saying. She's saying that, look, she's being defamed because Meghan said that, she grew up as an only child. Think about that. And I like what Meghan's lawyer said. We do not empanel a jury to discuss whether or not, the plaintiff or defendant had a relationship growing up. Imagine going to a courtroom as a member of the jury to discuss whether, Meghan or Samantha had a relationship growing up. Think about that. That's how absurd Samantha Markle's case is right now, members of the squad. That's how absurd it is. And somebody must be backing Samantha Markle. Someone must be backing Samantha Markle. There is no way she can afford to pay Donald Trump's personal lawyer. Absolutely no way she can afford to pay for Trump's lawyer. No way at all, ladies and gentlemen. And the only people who will be interested in having to intrude more on Larry and Meghan's lives are the UKW media. So it's either the firm is actually paying Samantha Markle's lawyer, through dummy accounts. What I mean is Samantha Markle could be funded by proxies from the palace or proxies from the UK tabloid media that are so desperate on continuing to intrude on Prince Harry and Meghan's lives. Harry and Meghan, who want nothing to do with them, zero engagement. And the response of the tabloid media, what do? Is to try and force themselves into Prince Harry and Meghan's lives by force. That's what the tabloid media are making clear what they want, members of the squad. So Samantha Markle is saying that, listen, Samantha Markle has not yet had the opportunity to conduct discovery surrounding her claims, because that's what it is, her claims, and expects that such discovery will add additional supporting factual material. So she has no supporting factual material. She has no evidence to back up her claims. Listen to this. Will add additional supporting factual material and evidence to her counts. What does this tell you? Samantha Markle has no supporting factual material to back up her claims. She has no evidence to back up her claims, which are bogus, by the way. I mean, you can't go and file a case against someone because, someone saying that they don't know you hurt your book sales. Imagine going to court and saying, she said that she doesn't know me. She said that she doesn't know me. Meghan said that, she doesn't know me. And because she doesn't know me, that hurt my book sales. So guess what? I'm suing her for defamation for saying that she doesn't know me, that she grew up as an only child. Seriously? That is not even defamation, members of the squad. That is not defamation at all. Now, so as we all know, first of all, Samantha is being represented by Donald Trump's lawyers, called from the Ticton Law Group. Representing Donald Trump are the ones who have filed this on Samantha's behalf, ladies and gentlemen. And ask yourself a question. How can Samantha Markle, who is seeking $70,000 from Meghan in defamation, for defamation apparently, according to Samantha, how can someone like that afford lawyers that probably are worth, to hire them, you'll have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, even more money than you're asking for in court, way more money than you're asking for in court. Because she's putting all her eggs in trying to win a case for $70,000, and that Meghan would put the bill if she loses the case. That's what she's putting all her eggs in one basket. And I don't believe at any moment, that Samantha Markle is paying these legal bills. Not at all, not one bit. Because look at her attorney. The attorney, local Florida lawyer Peter Ticton, is Trump's man on the ground for his latest legal salvo, a sprawling, conspiracy theory-laden broadside against Hillary Clinton and nearly 50 loosely affiliated co-defendants, all of whom Trump levels with conspiring to weave a false narrative to deprive him of the presidency in 2016. Members of the squad. That's the person she's representing her. That's representing Samantha Markle. For more than a month, Florida-based Trump lawyer Peter Ticton, a high school classmate of the ex-president's, has been circulating an open letter requesting videos that might portray the actions of Trump supporters on January 6, 2021, in a positive light and cast doubt on the official version of events. Addressed to all patriots, Ticton's letter has been shared widely on far-right media outlets including the Gateway Pundit and other venues. It begins, "If you are reading this, you probably know that our election was stolen and that the whole January 6th insurrection was not what the left want us to believe it was." He goes on to request footage supporting a version of events that has been widely debunked. That is the person representing Samantha Markle, Trump's lawyer. Ladies and gentlemen, don't tell me that she can afford that lawyer. Don't tell me. There is no way she can afford Trump's lawyer. Someone else, either by proxy, the firm or the UK tabloids, one of them is funding this court case. Ladies and gentlemen, the There's something that I remember when I talked about Samantha Markle's court case against Meghan previously. I said that Samantha, in one of her claims, she said that she had called Meghan when she was in Canada with her mom, and that Meghan did not, somehow, she said that Meghan answered and then hung up on her. That's what Samantha Markle is complaining. That is during that time whereby Samantha Markle had found out that Meghan was in a relationship with Prince Harry. So she saw an opportunity to cash in on Meghan because she was in a relationship with Prince Harry. And they thought that they could make money from that. And that's why Samantha Markle, despite not talking to Meghan for all these years, I'm assuming that's the reason why Meghan did not answer her phone call or that Meghan hung up. That's if she's even true what she's saying in court. Because why would you want to speak to someone whose own daughter, her own child, Noel Rasmussen, has said that Samantha Markle has always been jealous of Meghan. Samantha Markle has always, said bad things about Meghan. Why would Samantha think that Meghan would want any single thing to do with someone who's toxic in her life? And because Samantha Markle did not get what she wants, or should I say Samantha Grant, because she changed her name when she found out that Meghan was dating Prince Harry, because she didn't get what she wants, she's resorted to doing what she does best, doing what she's always done, what her own children have spoken and said she does, be abusive. And Samantha Markle has been abusive towards Meghan for quite a long time. She's abused Meghan because she was so bitter that Meghan wanted nothing to do with her. That Meghan saw them for exactly who they are. Toxic people who should not be in her life. But, toxic people attract toxic people. And that's why Samantha Markle and UK tabloid media, they bond together so closely and so well. And that's why I believe it is either the farm or the UK tabloid media that is paying for this court case for Samantha Markle. That's why I believe that. Because toxic people attract toxic individuals. And look at even this Trump lawyer himself. You've seen the absurdities that, you see the reason why he was hired. You practically see the reason why he was hired. The man spreading conspiracy theories. And that's why, they're trying to get, access to Meghan's emails, Meghan's text messages. Because when something is in discovery, it becomes, in the public domain, meaning the media can access it. The tabloids can access it if something is in discovery. And that's what they want, to continue intruding on Meghan's lives. For Samantha, she's hoping that Meghan would settle. That's what she's hoping for. Or she's hoping to take Meghan to court and be able to earn more money from creating a spectacle off of that court case. Because make no mistake about one thing. Any case involving Meghan, the tabloid media would want access to it. They'll blow it out of proportion like they blow out many things out of proportion. That's what the tabloid media will do and will try so desperately to do. And this case, from Meghan's lawyers have said that this case lacks merit. And from what I've personally seen as well, really, this case indeed does lack merit indeed, and should be dismissed by the judge presiding over the case. Don't forget, Samantha Markle tried to get the black judge presiding over the case, dismissed from the case, because apparently, according to Samantha Markle, she's an Obama appointee. And the judge said that despite the fact that I am an Obama appointee, I have never, I don't go out with the Obamas, we don't drink with the Obamas, that he hasn't seen the Obamas in quite a long time, members of the squad. And you see exactly the level of engagement that she has. And even right now, Samantha Markle is being represented by Donald Trump's lawyer. There is no way a woman who wants $70,000 in a court case can get represented by a lawyer who would demand even more than that in attorney fees. Now, Meghan, should she win, the case and this case gets dismissed, Samantha Markle will have to foot the bill and pay for Meghan's attorney fees, which will probably be even worth more than Samantha Markle is demanding in court. So, ladies and gentlemen, who is paying this? Who is funding this? Because that is the big question. That is the big question. There is no way in hell Samantha Markle can afford paying for Trump's lawyer. There is no way in hell she can afford to pay, because I'm assuming that the money that you're paying those kinds of people, they pay for, you have to pay them for practically, they charge for every phone call you make to them. Probably even more than $100 or $300 an hour. There's no way Samantha Markle can afford paying those kinds of lawyers. And truly, maybe she's not the one paying them. Either the firm or the tabloid media are the ones paying for this court case once again. Now, members of the squad, someone said this, that, the reason why I support Prince Harry and Meghan is these kinds of people. These kinds of people against Harry and Meghan is the reason why I support Harry and Meghan. It's never people with prestige history going after them. It's people with dubious history that go after Prince Harry and Meghan. Like Thomas Markle Jr., for instance. The man who put a gun on his girlfriend's head. That person who put a gun on his girlfriend's head is the one abusing Meghan. Because what? Because Meghan did not do any charity for them. Because a man who worked, expected for a sister who went to auditions to look for roles and jobs in different, series, movies, suits, who woke up early in the morning in a dusty old car, as Meghan said, in the Ellen interview, in her car, that she opened in a funny way. That Meghan said that in the Ellen interview about her car, her old car that she used to come to look for, to go to auditions for. Someone woke up in the morning that she could provide for two people who abuse her, who can't control themselves from abusing her. Ladies and gentlemen, you owe nothing to people who abuse you. You owe absolutely nothing. As a matter of fact, stay away as far as possible from abusers. Harry and Meghan have valued the mental health and continue to value the mental health to keep themselves far away from toxic individuals. But from what I've seen, whether it's the UK tabloids or Samantha Markle, they clearly cannot accept the distance that Harry and Meghan have put far away from them. They can't accept it at all. They can't stand that Harry and Meghan want nothing to do with them. Samantha Markle can't stand that Meghan did not answer and speak to her. The moment Samantha Markle was told by Thomas Markle that Meghan was dating Prince Harry, that is the moment that Samantha Markle developed an interest in Meghan's life. Those are not my words. Those are words from Samantha Markle's own daughter, Noelle Rasmussen. From the moment Samantha Markle found out that Meghan was dating Prince Harry from Thomas Markle, she developed an interest she had never had on Meghan's personal life. I'm assuming that's why she called Meghan when she was in Canada. And what was happening in Canada? Because when I saw Meghan and Harry in Canada, it was during the Invictus Games. And also Doria Ragland was also there. I'm assuming to give her blessings, to the relationship between Prince Harry and Meghan. Members of the squad, I just want to say this. These things that are currently happening right now are showcasing us exactly why Meghan has put a distance from these toxic individuals. And it also shows exactly why the tabloid media are so desperate to have Thomas Markle Jr. and Samantha Markle and Thomas Markle on their side, because toxic attacks attracts toxic individuals as well. Now, someone saying that, so what they are saying is we don't really have a case, but give us time to make one up. Exactly. I don't think I would have said that perfectly better. They're saying that we don't really have a case, but we want you to give us time. Give us access to, Meghan's emails. Give us access to Meghan's messages, because that, Your Honor, that, Judge Honeywell, that will tell us, will give us enough factual material to back up our case. That is what Samantha, through her Trump lawyers from Tickton, are saying. We don't have a case, but give us time to make one up. Give us time to have access. Give us discovery. Allow us to, request Meghan for discovery, to give us access to our text messages, our emails. Give us everything, every access to our emails, our conversations. Give us access to that so we can make and give you and back up our defamation case. That is what they are practically saying, members of the squad. Now, someone said that Scammy needs to discover the brain that she never had. Now, Scammy became a Trump supporter when she found out her fans were MAGAs. I know she's broke, so who is financing this? Indeed, that is a very, very important question. Someone asked that. Exactly my question as well. Choose Daily Mail, Crystal Palace, Rothmere, Edward Young, Jason Knopf. Who could it be? Who could it be? Members of the squad, who could it be? Who could it be? Ask yourself that one question. Now, members of the squad, so they could be chasing notoriety with another high-profile person. That's what they want, to chase notoriety, members of the squad. That's what they want. A court case involving Meghan. Meghan in a courtroom. The media, the spectacle of the media will be so interested in that case. And that is what they want. They want Meghan in a courtroom because of the many stories they will be able to write about. Not because Samantha has a case, but because the media wants stories to write about. In Discovery, have access to Meghan's messages, Meghan's emails, Meghan's conversations. That's what they want. That's what they want. To drum up stories, hundreds of articles about Meghan. Because Meghan is the only one that gets them clicks. That's what they want. Because they still can't be able to stand and fathom that a mixed-race black woman fell in love with the precious white prince. So they have resorted to intimidating, harassing, bullying Meghan because she fell in love with a white guy, a white prince of the UK, whom they think is their personal property, day in, day out, members of the squad. Now, what do you think about all of this? What do you think about all of this? As I've said, I want to end this podcast with basically what Samantha Markle's lawyers, have said. Mrs. Markle has not yet had the opportunity to conduct discovery surrounding her claims and expects that such discovery will add additional supporting factual material and evidence to her counts, and asked that Meghan's motion to dismiss the case to be denied by saying that, members of the squad, that's what they're saying right now. And exactly what this person said. So what they're saying is, we don't really have a case, but give us time to just make up one. Give us time to make up one. We don't have a case, but if you give us discovery, access to Meghan's emails, Meghan's conversation, we can be able to back up our case. That is what they are saying. Please, 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 whoever is, Judge Honeywell, who is presiding over this case, please, I'm begging you. I know that you rule well, and that's what I hope you do. Rule fairly and well, because this person is clear what she wants. She wants notoriety. That's what she wants. She wants the media spectacle focused on Samantha Markle as the sister that apparently Meghan wanted nothing to do with. With good reason. That's what she wants. She paints herself as Meghan's sister. I mean, she does refer to herself as Meghan's sister. So she calls herself, she fervently calls herself that. Even Thomas Markle Jr. goes on a show on Australia and introduces himself as, hey, I'm Meghan Markle's sister. They want that notoriety. They want that money from tabloid media. That's what they want. At the same time, we'll continue to bully and abuse Meghan. Members of the squad, all the weapons that they're throwing at Prince Harry and Meghan are doomed to fail, members of the squad. They will continue failing and they will not succeed. Members of the squad, I just hope that the Judge Honeywell rules, without fear or favor, and that rules fairly, practically fairly, just fairly. Be fair, because it's clear what Samantha wants. She's saying that she has no evidence. She has no factual material to back up her claims. That's what her lawyers are saying. But they want Discovery to grant them access to Meghan's emails so that they can try and get a case against Meghan, to trot out a case against Meghan for defamation. The media is the only one that is interested in Meghan's emails. The media is the only one that has interest in those emails, the tabloid media, because their response always, whenever they lose a court case against Harry and Meghan, is to continue intruding on their lives. That's how they behave. That's how the tabloid media behaves. And it's clear what Samantha is currently right now trying to do. Members of the squad, Samantha Markle should come to terms and accept that Meghan wants nothing to do with her. Our own children, Samantha's own kids, want nothing to do with her. Samantha's own children have accused her of domestic violence. They want nothing to do with Samantha. Yes, Samantha is so desperate to have and receive Meghan's acknowledgement. Meghan, please, just call me your sister. Meghan, please, just call me your sister. Meghan, please, pick up my phone call. Meghan, please, acknowledge me. Acknowledge me, Meghan. That is what Samantha Markle wants, to be acknowledged by someone she abuses day in, day out, to earn money from someone she abuses day in, day out. Perhaps it's to feed her abusive partner, Mark Phillips. Perhaps that's why. Because we do know and we have heard of instances whereby Samantha Markle has been punched in the face by Mark Phillips, the partner that she lives with. These toxic individuals need to back off of Meghan. Samantha Markle, I've always told you this. That woman has always been jealous of Meghan. That is our own daughter saying it. Our own daughter. Doesn't even come from me. Our own daughter, Noel Rasmussen, who wants nothing to do with her as well. Our own daughter, Noel Rasmussen, calls her an abusive person, says and speaks of instances whereby Samantha once grabbed our own daughter by the hand and threw her through a wall. Those are not my words. Those are Noel Rasmussen, Samantha Markle's own daughter. Look it up. You can easily find it. Easily find it. Domestic abuse. That is who the tabloid media chooses to bring to their TV station to trash Meghan and later someone on morality. Think about that for a second. Because UK media are no one, first of all, to lecture anyone on morality because they themselves lack any form of scruples or morals. Members of the squad, they need to back off of Meghan. Back off of Meghan. And leave Meghan alone. We know that it hurts the tabloid media to see Harry so happy with the black woman. We know that it hurts them. Well, get in line. Get used to it. Harry loves his wife and kids. He isn't coming to follow William around to appease and make the tabloid media happy. Members of the squad. And it's time that they come to terms with that. Members of the squad, what do you think about that, that I read to you about Samantha's request in court for discovery? I want to hear your opinion about all of this that is currently happening, members of the squad. And with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video and don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our great family on YouTube. Please, 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 just please, throw away this case. Please, Judge Honeywell, throw away this case. Please, 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 please. It's clear this woman, Samantha, is demented. She's not okay. She's not well in the head. She's not well in the head. She's not well in the head. Please, please, please. I just hope that this case is dismissed once and for all. Let Meghan continue ahead with her life. And these toxic people to just stay far, far away from her. Stay far, far away from Meghan. Samantha Markle, Meghan wants nothing to do with you. If someone wants nothing to do with you, it's high time that you just accept it. Just accept it and move on. We know that your life, the way you earn a living right now, you can't earn a living without talking about Meghan. We know that. We know that, Samantha. But it's time that you now focus on your kids and try and mend your relationship. Leave that abusive partner that you live with, called Mark Phillips, and change your evil, cruel ways. You, Thomas Markle Jr. and Thomas Markle. And back off of Meghan. Back off. She wants nothing to do with you. When someone wants nothing to do with you, then just move on with your life. Move on with your life. And respect someone's boundaries. Respect someone's boundaries. Respect the right of Meghan to decide whom she wants and whom she doesn't want in her life. That's a right that every single person has and should continue having. Members of the squad. That's a right that every single one of us should have. I want to hear your opinion about all this. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our Evergreen family on YouTube. I want to hear your opinion about this case. Stay tuned to our next video. Keep hoping, keep praying that this case is dismissed. Please, please, and please keep hoping that this case is dismissed. Live family, always and forever. Meghan, we got your back. We love you so much. The squad loves you. We love you so much. We love you, Harry. We love you, Lilibet Diana. We love you, Archie. And we love the boundaries that you have put and placed in your lives. You have that right. Let no one ever tell you, let no abuser ever tell you that you have no rights. You have a right to decide whom you want in your life. Stay tuned to our next video. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.